Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Mietta and we are back playing on Extinction. So today we are going to do a bit of owl breeding, but before we jump into that, we are taking a look at how I extended the base. It definitely gives a bit more character to it. We had to extend it because we put up the tribe tower on top of the building and we didn't really have enough space. So now we do, and we are taking a look at it in a moment. Let me just walk up. It didn't really change on the inside. I still need to put up all the places and all the stations and stuff. This is mostly what I fixed, and we have a bit of a balcony here, and I also obviously colored our base. I just see we have one spot which we didn't, but that's fine. We are going to fix it later. And we can jump down here and come up all the way around here to the tribe tower, which is on fire. And we have a way to just quickly jump out of the building. So this is how it's looking, and yeah, I definitely like it a lot better than how it looked. But yeah, today's episode is not about building. Today we are taking a look at these beautiful owls. So let me put them in order. So a tiny bit of clarification before we start this whole mutation stuff. This is not a full guide. This is just how I do mutations in ARK. I know this method works for me and I understand it best this way. There might be faster, more efficient ways out there, and probably other YouTubers who know this stuff much better than I do. But this is my approach to it, and I'm sharing what has worked for me. And if you have tips how I could improve it, I'm interested to learn what you guys been doing so far. So these are the feathery friends who are going to help today with the mutations. We can see this creature have all these columns here, and I know in base ARK without mods you don't really see these numbers. You just see one number of columns, but this is basically what gives the number or the level of our creature. And with the mod, you can see that these are the base stats that our creature have. We have all these other ones, which at this creature currently is 0. But if we move to my already mutated and used value here, we can see that the first one is the ones that I used when we made the perfect pair. And this is set. Once you make the perfect pair, this is how you are working with. You can add to it later if you find a higher base leveled one, but that's kind of set. The middle one here is going to be where you add other levels that it's gaining from XP, and the orange one is the mutations. You can see I put some melee, some stamina, some health, because I didn't really focus on one line. I wanted some stats in melee and some in health and stamina. So the focus on this creature wasn't to get super high points into certain lines. It was just to make it stronger in certain levels, and yeah. But to prove my point, you can see I have one level that I can add, and now at stamina we have now 11 points in the middle column, which is the level that you get. I I know that these are the numbers that you can't see in the base game without mods. You can have binocular at very, very tech tier, and I think you need to kill the overseer in the island, I think. But yeah, like you can see that I don't even have that, so I'm using the Nucleus mod, which is pretty amazing, and yeah, it's a fun helper when I want to work on mutations. And I mean, I just have my own server, so I can see better in it. But if you don't have that, you can use Excel sheet, write the base numbers down, the levels that you add, and the mutations that you gain. So let's see what we are working with. This is the stats for our female owl, which was the higher level one, and these are the stats for our male owl. So what you really guys wanna do is take your base pair of creatures and just take a picture of the stats and remember them, because what you wanna do is make a perfect pair, female and male, with the exact same stats that you have smashed together from the best stats your both creatures have. Here for my owl, as you can see, I highlighted what are the best ones that I'm looking to have in both of my creatures. And that is kinda where you expect the levels. I'm usually adding together these stats, and when I'm cracking the eggs or looking for the new creatures, I know what level I should be keeping my eyes open without any mutations, because at this point already can happen some mutations. So for me, it's around 213. And what really confused me here, I will show you guys in a moment, because if I add together the best stats that I picked, it's 213, right? So yeah, let's get to the point where I'm getting actually that level. At this point, I already let my owls breed a bunch of times, so we had a bunch of eggs waiting to check out what sort of creatures we are getting. And I was excited to see if we got the right number for it. I used the Dino Depot mode to see these creatures like it, and I was happy we got 213. But what I didn't realize at the very first moment was that this was not the number I was looking for. And can you spot it why? It pretty much had every stat in my head, and just didn't look at the stats so closely. But I will bring up the stats, and you can spot in a moment here. We have every number right with the 213, except for the 35 points in health, which I didn't even realize that we were missing, because I was just so happy that we got the number, so I let it grow up. The moment I spotted it, when I crack the next batch of owls. And suddenly I had a 214 owl, which was not mutated, nothing. It's just one level higher than what I should have got. It kind of made me stop for a moment and checked all the other owls, and actually went to check the stats also on the parents to what's going on here. What I probably could gather that the XP value of some of the stats might have threw over the creatures, so it gained one more level, but I'm not sure if that's how it's working. That's the only explanation that I kind of got, so keep an eye on the stats that you picked for your perfect pair. At this point, while I'm waiting around for the owl to kind of grow up and we can start the whole mutation progress, I usually like to prepare the area, have some boxes to put the creatures that I might want to use as colors for the end creature. And I like also to keep extra boxes where I keep the pure mutated lines, because today we are going to do a line of melee and a line of health mutations. That's how I usually do it at end creatures. At my velo, I mostly just went with the next mutations that the game threw me and I wanted, which was mainly melee, health, and stamina. But usually at the creatures that I want for boss fights, I like to do a separate line, because we just can make it faster, and I think there's also some sort of bonus if you are mutating certain line, like just melee. It threw you melee mutations more often. I'm not fully sure, but I think that's how it's working. At least in my experience, that's how I saw for my creatures, or I was just maybe extra lucky. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is just a waiting around moment. Once I got my owls grown up, I usually throw them out and prepare for the next step of the mutations. And you can see on the screen we have the exact same stats on both the female and the male. This is the base I use for every mutations that I do to make a perfect pair with the same stats, because it's so much easier to follow and see where you got some extra levels in the mutations, because when you got mutations, you get 2 extra stat points in the certain line that you are working on. And if you don't have mods that make it easier to see these mutated stats, you will just have a that much harder time to track it and keep in mind. And it's just in general, mutations are complicated and long progress. So why make your life harder when you can work in a clear path that you follow, and it's giving you the results that you are wanting from the whole mutations. So I think we are going to start on the next step. We did get a perfect pair, but our preparation is not fully done at this point because we need in speed work on our chances on getting mutations, and that's the only way you can really do it is to multiply how many females your perfect male is working with. And in the very first step on the pair, I'm usually getting a few more females and also one male, which is the exact same stats for the perfect male. No mutations, nothing there. Because like I said, I want to work on two lines. I want to work on a melee line for my owls, and I also want to work on a health line. So I will need a bunch of females and one more male to do that. And in the end, we are going to kind of smash together the best stats and make a super owl, which is very strong and very healthy. And I can't wait to get to that point because this is a very long progress. We are back with the next batch of eggs. And you guys can see that actually we got a double mutation and a few just one mutations on some of these guys. Sadly, these are not really stats that we are looking to work with currently. We do have here in food and oxygen, which we don't need at the owls. And at this, it would be nice, the health one, but we don't need the other one. So stamina wouldn't be bad, but we are focusing on health and melee. So these owls are completely useless for us, and we don't want mutated females. We need clear females with the same stats as our perfect female, and we also need one clear male without any mutations. So I'm picking the guy, and I'm also taking a bunch of these 214 zero mutated females. I'm probably not gonna use them, all of them. Don't worry, I'm just picking a bunch of them and see how many I can throw down and let to grow up, because the more the faster we get eggs, and the faster we are getting to the right mutations. So at this point you are taking your male, which I'm going to throw out at the side here. I don't wanna mess it up with the females. And then the rest of the females, at least a batch of them, I'm going to throw close to each other, because they will kind of grow into each other and do strange things with jumping and whatever they are doing there. Okay, maybe a few more I will throw down here. Okay, one of them is bounced off. Come on. How many? Okay, I'm not... you can do more if you want. It's making it faster, but I'm just afraid that my server is gonna lag like hell. I'm also throwing a few out here because we are doing 2 lines of mutations. And we need a bit of speed here to generate more eggs. So we generate more chances for us to get good mutations. Should I throw out a few more? I think. Just don't overdo it. And basically the rest of them I don't really need, so I'm just going to put them into the station and kill them, because we have enough at this point, and actually I don't need the balls there. We need it here. And we can kill the owls here because we didn't get any right mutations there. But I'm also should be checking is getting some food here. Where both of them kinda can reach it. And maybe I need to go out hunt with my ARK until they grow up. Okay, let's put some meat in, because they are going to eat fast. So many of them. Let's get some more meat. At this point, while we are waiting for the other owls to grow up, we can already start with our perfect pair to hopefully get started on the first mutation that we want. So we are checking out these owls if we got already first mutation in the line that we want. I am taking this terminal first and just throw out the eggs to hatch. At this point in the end you wanna be careful if you use this dino depot mode, because if you throw out the balls too, then you will face a bunch of other stuff that you don't want to. And we got a mutation on stamina, which is not the stat that I'm looking for at this moment. But I think we are going to keep it, because the colors could be still fun in the end. We can check it out, how it's looking. I'm still not sure what end owl I want to have, but it's nice to have some interesting colors, right? I'm going to put this guy away into the color box. And we will keep these fun colors here. So at this other box, we are also throwing out. This is already another batch ahead. And we got a bit more mutations. So we got one in stamina and this one in stamina too. And I think they were actually triplets. And we got the health mutation that we were looking for. So we don't really have any interesting colors, so I'm just going to get rid of the rest of the owls. And at this point, we are not really needing this 214 perfect base owl. We are taking the mutated owl, the level 1 mutated owl, because it's a +1. And taking the perfect male, and we also already have here actually the one that we were looking for. I just at the very first one could do on this line too, to try to get the health mutation, which we did. So we are putting away the perfect males in case we will need it in the future for something else. And I'm getting rid of all the extra eggs because we don't really need at this point more. We are growing our +1 in melee, and we are also growing the +1 in health, so these are useless anymore for us. Also, as a small advice, do not forget that you are leaving your creatures to breed on their own, because me, I have my rates higher in hatching and everything. So when I forgot in an earlier playthrough, that was kind of before YouTube, I was just doing vacuuming and cleaning around while I did breeding, and forgot and came back to grown creatures all over the place. And that's a whole other mess to clean up, because you can't just attack them, because they are going to attack back. And yeah, you don't want to deal with that. So keep in mind, if you are using Dino Depot, how much space it has for eggs, or how is your rate on the server. So yeah, that's sadly from experience warning on keeping this in mind. We got our first melee +1 owl, or grown up, in this nice meteor shower. And I want to also clear up another thing that was always a bit of a mystery for me. Not here, so in here. As you guys can see, our +1 mutation, we got it on the mother's side, technically. On the father, but there's two lines, the matrilineal and the patrilineal side. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it bad. I'm not native in English, as my accent is making it clear. So it always confused me in the beginning, and let's hope that we are getting soon enough eggs to show. Let's see if we are getting lucky at this side of eggs. We want +2 on melee. Crossing fingers. Please, please, please. And let's check it out. So, yes, we got the +2 mutation. One mutation on the matrilineal side and one on the patrilineal side. At our +1 at the 216, we had it also in the matrilineal side, but you can see that it moved over to the patrilineal side. And now we got the new one also on the matrilineal side, but at the female you guys could see that we got on the patrilineal side 2 mutations. So hopefully at the next generation we are getting it on the patrilineal side, so it's going to show clearly that whatever you choose, it doesn't really matter as long as you are keeping your line clear. You are always leveling up your fodder of the creatures that you are growing. Each generation is going to bring it over from the matrilineal side to the patrilineal side, and you just really don't have to worry. You have your base perfect 0 mutation females, and you are just growing the male on the line, and once it's fully ready, I'm going to show how you can put together the two of them. So this little fella here is our +2 melee owl, and we are just again waiting until he's growing up, and then hopefully we can get to the next level fast, because we are rushing to +20 on the melee side, so we can have some beefy owls in our army. It's gonna be fun. So, to show you guys this, this particular owl is not the one we want, but it's the +3 NC. We have 0 on the matrilineal side and 3 on the patrilineal side, because it's always moving to the patrilineal side on the next generation. So that's how we are keeping the line on one side. And it's important because then we have a long way before we are stopping with the stat increase options. So we can always just mutate a bunch more and raise the level. But currently at this owl, we are still looking for the right stat because we are searching in melee on this line and we got no mutations. That is disappointing because we are at the same level, 218, as you can see. So we are killing all of these guys and we are continuing our effort in getting higher. So, jumping ahead a bit, well, we are at the last few stretches of our mutation efforts because this guy here, the health mutation, is already at level 19 mutation. I can show you guys. So we have 18 on the patrilineal side and 1 more on the matrilineal side, which will move over to the other side, of course. And then we are just stretching for the last one because I'm only going to 20, both on health and melee. And you guys can see all the steps we got here. We have the first one, and we had a few times when we had some double mutations. So that helped move forward the process. But as you can see, we only doubled down on the health line at this mutation. And once we get to 20 and on the melee side too, we are going to merge them and just make a super owl for us to be able to play with. And we are a bit behind with melee. We were ahead for a long time, but in the meantime it got kind of bit slower. So let's see if we got it this time or we are still looking for more. Okay, it is not fully hashed, so yeah, we got it on stamina. That's not good. Stamina. And we are not. We were not lucky. We might get it still here, though. Are we getting lucky? Yeah, we got it. So perfect. We can get rid of everything else here. And we are at the last few stretches on melee too. And we wanna get rid of all the other ones because we don't need them. We are at the point of waiting for the melee mutations to reach +20. We got it first on the health line because I kind of started them together, so the rate was very similar, but the health stat went ahead and won the race to getting to plus 20 first. And at this point, we are kinda looking to merge the two lines together. I could go on because the plus 20 is not the end actually. It is technically, but if you keep one line at 0, which we do with the mother's side, you can technically go all the way to like 250 or something. It's a very high number, and I don't think that I would have the patience to do that. Maybe while we are doing something, it's like a side thing that you could do. I'm not really that highly into mutations to go crazy on it, but yeah, we have here our plus 20 health owl, and to merge them together, we are actually looking now to get plus 20 female melee owl, because we are going to merge male and female together. The female is going to get all the stats that our melee father brought up. So we are hoping that currently getting a female. And finally, we got the female plus 20, which is a good thing. And we have a bunch of males here, and we don't need any of these guys. So we are taking our female, finishing the line here. And yeah, we got some double mutations on this line too, and it was fun to get to this point, and I'm really curious how beefy owls we got with these. So let's merge the two lines together to get the stats in one creature. So my two owls grown up, as you guys can see. One of them is male, plus 20 health, and the other one is a female, plus 20 melee. And I will just show you guys after I'm setting them to breeding. So this is the melee girl, and this is the health boy here. We are merging them together into one, and then after it I'm going to clear the line, so we are still getting all the mutations in one line. So we will have the option to have more mutations if we want to. I let our two highly mutated owls to breed a bit, so we got these 294 owls, and I'm just going to pick a male, and because we need just a male to clear the line for future mutations, and I'm just going to let them here. And as you guys can see, I left out a few 0 mutated owls, girls, and we are just waiting until this guy is growing up, and we are clearing the line. I know that doing more mutations or breeding at this point is a bit more of a suffering, because who cares to clear the line? You got the numbers on one creature, and you don't really need to worry about anything else. But I mean, it's just one tiny bit more of suffering after everything you went through to get to the super creature that you wanted. And it's keeping open the option to take this creature and have other mutations on it if you want some stamina boost, or, you know, whatever you want. So I'm not sure if this method of mutating is the best. It's clear for me, and I like to use it because I only have to focus on the father. Once I got the 0 mutated females and start to build on the male, it's just easy to follow, and I can pick it up anytime where I left it. So that's why I like to use it. But I once again wanna clarify that usually most of the time I have no clue what I'm doing in ARK, if I'm doing it right, if I'm making any sense. So take my guide on how I think it's working with a grain of salt. I know it was a long and probably a bit boring episode, me trying to struggle to get through to you guys on how I do these mutation stuff with my vast and totally expert level knowledge, of course. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, if any of it made some sort of sense, it's great. If not, well, at least we suffered through it together, right? Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and see you in the next one. Bye bye!